Hello guys, I welcome you all once again to KJA Graphics Academy. Today we are going to design this simple flyer. This is designed by one of my students, IFFY Graphics. IFFY Graphics. She is doing very well. Now today let's go in to how to design that. So the first thing you need to do is to set the size for your canvas. That is what we are doing. So when you set the size for your canvas, the next thing you need to do is to pick the shape. Okay, when you pick the shape, you spread it on the canvas, then you pick your color for that shape. Okay, you pick the color for that shape, then after that you go to the layer panel, you lock it, take another shape again, expand it, stretch it. Okay, let it be in this exact size. Check it out. Okay, then we give it a radius. A radius simply means you make the corners rounded. You will make the corners rounded. That is what we mean by radius. Now take notice, we are giving it a color, but this is a gradient color. And when we talk about gradient means using two or more colors. Okay, so when you pick the gradient, you can actually work with the adjustment. You adjust the gradient color that way by hitting the plus button, then to help you or afford you the skill. Now the next thing that we need to do is to go and pick our resources. Okay, now whenever you watch my video and you don't see the resources there, then know that I might have taught you, or if you are new, what you need to do is to go to pinterest.com. Pinterest.com. Every picture that you need in this world, you will get it there. Is that clear? Okay, now let's move on. The next thing we are doing is trying to work with our typography. I told you and I taught you that we have elements of graphic design, and one of it is what? Typography. Okay, so that is what we are working with now, putting our text there. If you are wondering what typography means, typography is taken from the word text, and we know to test we use alphabet and we use numerals. So that is what we are just doing right away. And the reason why you will need to lock your layers after working with them is because if you don't lock it, the subsequent working or designing that you will be doing with the various elements, it will be interrupting because you are using a mobile phone. So to put yourself at the safer side, you will need to lock them up. You will need to lock them up. Are we clear? Now we are also working with our design again, which is the typography. So take notice of everything that we are doing. If you are confused about a step, the next thing you just need to do is to pause the video, wind back, then you play again. Play that particular spot over and over again till you are okay with it. Is that clear? Okay, so now let's go on again. Okay, so that is it. So we are trying to take off that, then we make a copy of that. You know, when you are working with the text, the smart way of doing that is when you do a first test, you can just go on that and do a copy of that, or you make a duplicate of that. Okay, when you select that widget, or you select that element, you will see a copy tool in the toolbar. Then you can just make use of that then it will duplicate or make double of that particular layer, okay, or that particular what element. Are you following? Okay, so that is it. So we are trying to work out with the test again. Okay, so we will need to make an alignment or work with the alignment. So that is it. The alignment we have where it starts from the right end. We also have the one that is being positioned in the middle. And we also have the one that will start from the left end. Okay, so that is what we just did for the special offer. Is that well understood? Okay, if that is well understood, then now we will also need to make a copy again. Okay, meanwhile, when you don't want to do a copy, the actual step is you go to the toolbar, then you select a text. You select a text. You select a text. Okay, when you select a text, then you can now make use of that text by what typing what you want to do by hitting the edit tool or the edit sub tool. Are you following? So that is it. Graphic design is all about creativity. It's all about creativity. When you want to design, the first thing you need to do, not in order form, but the first thing you need to do is to make sure you get inspiration. Okay, don't be monopoly, but rather make sure you seek knowledge from other designs. Okay, when you're coming to design, for example, this ice cream for a business, you should go online, go to Pinterest, search designs that they are already done by this ice cream. When you go there, search for it, see the designs that they have done, look through the one that buys your heart, the one that is so nice to you. Download them, study them, decode all the elements that they use in it. Okay, now the first question, if you don't know the element of graphic design, that class is on the channel. Kindly refer to that, then we will be on the same page. Then when you take a design, as I was saying, decode all the elements in it. Decode all the elements in it. When you decode all the elements in it, then you'll be able to come out with your own design now. Okay, and one thing or one claim that I have to clarify is that when you are doing graphic design, make sure you are not monopoly. Make sure you open your mind for correction. Okay, there are sometimes you design for a client, and a client, instead of a client thanking you, a client will insult you. Trust me, it is all part of the process. It is all part of the process. When a stone is being thrown at you, don't use it to hit the enemy or or whoever threw the stone back, but rather use the same stone, keep them, and use it to build yourself. Are you with me? So that is what we are just doing, working with the test. We are working with the test. Just follow keenly and also follow what I am saying. So now we are designing this beautiful flyer together. And as I said from the beginning, it is my student that is doing this. I'm so happy seeing her doing this. It gives me that joy that indeed I am doing something. I am imparting life, imparting knowledge. And trust me, the percentage of the knowledge I will give you, when we want to quantify it, it will be what? 20%. The rest 80 depend on you, your consistency in practicing, your consistency in building your skill, you paying attention to what I'm doing. All depend on you. 20% depend on me, 80% depend on you. So please and please, I told you from the beginning how you need to structure your time, how you need to structure your time. Don't be giving excuse. If you look for excuse, you will get one. Trust me. There's no one in this life that will say, which excuse will I give now? And at the end, he or she will not come out with any excuse. He will surely or she will surely come out with an excuse for that. But you can decide not to give an excuse, but rather go for it. You have 24 hours in a day. The one that you use to sleep, put it on the paper. The one that you use to work your daily work, put it on the paper. Of course, it is needed. And the one that is remaining, make sure you allocate at least 30 minutes a day to a graphic design. At least, and be consistent with that. Don't say 30 minutes is too small. If it is too small, why are you not doing it? So please, just allocate that to it and make sure you are consistent. 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 Okay, is that clear? Now, if you are wondering, the line that we just saw is what help us with the aligning of the various elements that we have on the canvas. We have picked our call logo or call icon. Then we will try to minimize it. Okay, now we'll try to minimize it. Try to do what? Minimize it. Okay, try to position it well as well. Okay, try to minimize it and we try to what? Position it well as well. Okay, so we are still continuing our design. Now, if you take notice, we can see that the color combination that we are doing, it is very, very welcoming to our eyes. Do you also notice that? So now, that bring out to color combination. Okay, so if you are yet to really know the color combination, then please always pay attention to that. There are some colors that are not welcoming to the eye, and there are some colors also that are what? Welcoming to the eye, which means that when you see it, your eye can see it. Your eyes can actually view it. You understand? But a situation where you try to set your eye on a particular design and you quickly take off your eye, then meaning it is not welcoming to your eyes. Are you getting it? Which means that the color combinations that are being used to design that particular post are poor. They are not rich. Are you getting the point now? So kindly pay attention to your colors also. And that is another element of graphic design. Colors. Colors. Okay. So now I hope you are following. So we are still working with our typography. Okay, so you can see the strategy that we are using here is already making us to finish early on time, you understand. And the before you even know what to do, you need to get inspiration, as I said from the beginning. Okay, you need to get an inspiration from a design. If you actually see a design that will inspire you, then you'll be like, ah, okay, let me pick this one, let me model after this one, you understand. Okay, so that is what we are just doing now. I want you to keenly pay attention to the tools that we are selecting to work the things. Okay, kindly pay attention to that. Then you also pay attention to the color combination also, as I said earlier on, and also the font that we are selecting. Now these ones, I said the font, for example, does not necessarily mean you should select the exact one we are selecting, but you should also work around it and make sure you achieve the same thing. I have some students that at the end they kindly go against the principles of graphic design. If you do that, trust me, you might not be achieving the best result. You ended up designing all right, but it will not be received by the massive. Okay, so please and please, you should pay attention to what we are doing. Okay, we should pay attention to what we are doing. Also, this we need to change the color for this. Okay, you know, when it's red it will be off. When it's red it will be very off. Okay, so you need to change the color for it, and then we reduce the size. Okay, that too, the maintain ratio help us to what, maintain or reduce the size. Okay, and by the move by to also help us to, you know, move it. And when you increase the pixels, the pixels will help you how fast you want it to move. Okay, so if we increase this particular pixel, you can see that it will help you to move faster. Are you getting the point? If you are confused about anything, trust me, comment it. If it's not about you slowing the video down to watch again, then hit my DM. Then we look at it together. Trust me, I'm 24 hours available for you to get this design and any other design that you're watching on my channel. So now we are actually trying to also work with this particular one, typography as well. Okay, which is the location we are trying to put here. Are you getting it? So you can see how beautiful the thing is turning out. Okay, you can only judge the beauty of an apartment when it is fully built. Okay, so when you are designing something, it is, you know what you are designing, so keep doing it till you are done. That is the only way you yourself can testify to it that it is beautiful. And this also should inform you that whenever you are designing, don't keep your client around. Okay, don't keep your client around and you design one, then you ask your client how does it look. No, they will discourage you because they are not seeing the end product. You are the one designing and you know how it will turn up. Okay, so always finish before you send it to your client. Always finish before you send it to your client. That's the only way you can hear a more precise what, design. How do you call it, a more precise what, how do you call it, a more precise feedback. Yes, a more precise feedback, you understand. Okay, so we are almost done. And as I said, this is KJA Graphics Academy. If today is your first time on this channel, or you are not yet, you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so and subscribe to the channel. The credit is given to IFFY Graphics. This is very, very beautiful.